All right. We've got football on TV right now. So if you are not tuned in, Dolphins, Washington, they're keeping it tight. They are keeping it tight right now. Nice and tight. So you've got roster questions. We've got answers. We've got some bigger names that are in, some bigger names that are out, and a couple of names that, man, we just got a lot of questions about. So we'll talk about it here this morning. So first, let's talk about some of the surprises of the week. All right. Sam Laporta. All right. Sam Laporta was expected to be out, but this came kind of late in the week. But for some reason, they decided to put Sam Laporta on IR. We're looking into that. So if you got Sam Laporta on IR now, then you probably want to go look at Juju Brents. I mean, not Juju Brents. Brock. Somebody just sent me a thing about Juju Brents. You probably want to go get Brock Wright. Brock Wright is going to be your answer at tight end for the Lions. He's shown so far this year that he can be serviceable by himself. They like him, so he's going to do well for you. All right. Alrighty. And we already knew that J.K. Dobbins was going to be on IR. That's not anything new. Let's see here. Let's make sure we're not missing any updates. Go. All right. All right. So looking at this, I'll make a couple of notes here. So looking at this, so Brian Thomas Jr. has practiced all week, but for some reason they decided that he should be ruled out. So I don't know what's going on with that. Got a couple weird things going on. I don't know if they've just kind of given up or what they're doing. But Jacksonville started off really hot, man. But for some reason, okay, now you've got Travis Hunter on injured reserve. Your offensive line has just been killing Trevor Lawrence. I don't know why you're not addressing that. If you're trying to do that whole adage of, oh, we like our guys, we got good guys here. Well, are they winning you ball games? That's the thing, because the NFL is a business. And if you're not making money in the form of wins, then we don't need you, right? We got to get somebody in here who can get us the wins. So we're looking at, let me bring up Brock Wright real quick. We talked about Brock Wright having standalone value. So all right, so Brock Wright by himself What's up? What is going on here? So Brock Wright by himself in week 2 against Chicago, he scored a touchdown. He got 3 targets for 28 yards. In week 5 against Cincinnati, he caught a touchdown. So he has, when he's given the opportunity, he can be good. We saw this last year, same thing as well. So Brock Wright is a really, really good tight end handcuff. Well, it works out that today you need that handcuff. So go ahead and grab you Brock Wright if you're on this last minute of like, oh no, Sam Laporta's out. What do? They went ahead and said he's on IR. Because hopefully you've had a couple days where you knew, hey, Sam Laporta is not going to play. So I know what I did. Somebody that I like, I went and grabbed Dawson Knox. Because with Dalton Kincaid being gone, I like Sam Laporta, so I have Sam Laporta on a few teams. But what I did was went ahead and just put Sam Laporta in my IR spot, and then I went ahead and grabbed Dawson Knox, knowing that, hey, Dalton Kincaid is going to be out. Dawson Knox is actually one of our waiver wire ads this week, so hopefully you went ahead and grabbed him if you needed help, if you had maybe a Dalton Kincaid or a Tyler Warren or a Juwan Johnson, because the Colts and the Saints are on bye this week. So you needed to go ahead and flex that position. So hopefully you went ahead and grabbed a Dawson Knox. And with the news of Sam Laporta, you went ahead and got Brock Wright. I know Brock Wright has a questionable tag, but he should be playing. And if he is playing, this is going to be wheels up. No issues. So we'll keep an eye on that today. So they will be playing Philadelphia. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But that's tonight, though. That's the night game. So that does make it kind of tricky if you're going to go grab Brock Wright. Okay. So that is the caveat to this. Now, let's flip it to the other one, Dawson Knox. Snipe says, damn, Gray's out in full force. Yeah, I don't know what just happened here. The heck? The heck was that about? What in the world's going on here? All right. This is weird. Stand by. I don't know what is going on here. Can y'all see me or no? Something's going on with my camera. That's weird. That's very weird. That was odd. Wow. That was crazy. Okay, well, back to business as usual. Awkward. All right, so what are we talking about? Dawson Knox. All right, so Dawson Knox, we saw in the past, Dawson Knox has value to this team, so much so that they even signed him to a contract. Looking at his involvement in the team, they do like to use Dawson Knox in the red zone, okay? Which that's what we want, especially if you're in tight end premium where the catches count for like 1.5, hopefully not, to 1.75, where it's really, really going to make a difference. You need to get you some Dawson Knox on your team. But, man, they are keeping it a close game. The 3-7 Dolphins and 3-7 Washington. Man, they like to keep these international games pretty interesting, don't they? Well, I was watching that Colts game, Colts and Falcons last week, and it was very, very weird how they did that. They had some really weird calls. It was almost like they were manufacturing the game, trying to make it a close game to keep fan interaction. It was very weird. Calling pass interference on a player when the player didn't touch the receiver at all. That was very weird to me. So, but I guess they're trying to reach out internationally and make more money. I think that's a stupid way to do it. But hey, whatever. Not my circus, not my clowns, right? So, dang, Snipe says Chris Rodriguez is going to phase out Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Woo. I mean, but didn't they trade Brian Robinson Jr. because Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt was the guy? So that's weird to me. I didn't understand the move at the time. I still don't understand the move at the time because you lost Austin Eckler, knowing that Austin Eckler is normally hurt. You went ahead and traded a good, serviceable running back, which are hard to find in the NFL. So you trade this guy to a team that is like going to be a contender. I don't know. I thought that you shouldn't have messed with what you had last year because you did really well. You had Jaden Daniels coming out and just killed it in his rookie season. I don't understand that move. I think right now they're kind of kicking themselves in the butt on some of the moves they made, but so they got a weird love for Rodriguez. Can't figure it out, but it's there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Cliff Kingsbury just likes certain guys. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, you see that a lot, though. I mean, you'll see coaches, they just attach themselves to a guy because maybe they saw their film and they really like their film and now they're on the team, or they draft a guy late because they talk the head coach into, hey, tell GM, hey, I like this guy. We can use him in our scheme. He fits our team, this and that. And so that's usually how it works. But so looking at this London game, or excuse me, this Spain game, they're in Madrid. So we've got Marcus Mariota so far. He's got 157 yards with only one touchdown. But he's got 24 attempts and 17 completions. So they're not passing the ball a whole lot. They're trying to run the ball. They are trying to be a running team right now. But Chris Rodriguez is 15 carries to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt's 9. So it's not great if you're a little Bill guy. Because Chris Rodriguez does have 15 carries for 79 yards, but he doesn't have the touchdown yet. We'll see if they get back in scoring range and if they keep that up. That is going to be interesting. So we'll monitor that. But Marcus Mariota had a long run. He had a 44-yard run. So that was really good. If you did start Mariota, the only thing is that the rush attempts only really help if you get bonus points or if he gets a touchdown, which Mariota can do that. He's not nowhere near the speed that he used to be when he came out of Oregon winning the Heisman, but I mean, he still can move the ball. He's serviceable for what you need. They're starting to get Achane going. It was weird. It's like Achane was like that diesel truck. They were like getting him warmed up, using him a little bit. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish here. But Tua hasn't dropped back to pass very much. Tua's only dropped back to pass 18 times. He's completed 13 of those, but he's been sacked 3 times for a whopping 29 yards. 29 negative yards on 3 sacks. That hurts you, especially when you only drop back 18 times. So that's not great. But yeah, Devon Achane is looking really good. He should break you 100 yards. And we saw Ollie Gordon kind of vulture a touchdown from him so far this morning. So that hurts if you're an Achane owner. But I mean, you're going to be okay. I think HN is still gonna produce for you. So, so we're getting you ready for your game day, week 11. Go ahead and drop your roster questions here in the comments. Also, you see on the banner rolling across your screen at 200 subs, which at the time we started today, we're at 113. So once we get to 200, we'll be doing a free jersey giveaway for one lucky winner, a subscriber. So that's the thing, is you have to be a subscriber at Kingmaker Sports on YouTube to be able to be entered for that free jersey. And we'll be doing the drawing live here on the air, and we'll be trying to get a hold of you. So make sure your settings are not private. Make sure we can get a hold of you. But we will be announcing the winner here on the show live, so that way you know, hey, this is legit. Like, you know, I know there's a lot of channels out there, but follow the show and we're giving away a free PS5. No, that's dumb. Those aren't real. It's easy to say PS5 because then everybody wants a PS5, right? But no, we're gonna be giving away a jersey here on the show. So if you want that fresh jersey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But so Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, we thought when Tyreek Hill went out on IR, like, hey, what are we doing here at the wide receiver position in Miami? Well, Jalen Waddle was always there. Jalen Waddle's always been decent ever since he got drafted. Malik Washington was like kind of that next man up. And let's see here. I'm always watching NFL on Screen Variety TV. I registered last year and I still enjoy it. Oh, okay. So we have that going on. So we got bots now. Okay, cool. That's great. Oh boy. All right. So, but Devon Achane. Let's get back to Devon Achane for a second. All right. So he's got 4 catches on the day, which are good in PPR leagues. You want catches, as literally what's called points per reception. All right. Mick Gasson. Oh, Big Mick. What's up, buddy? Start QJ, so I'm not Quentin Johnson, or Cortland Sutton. Okay. Well, I mean, let's start with the simple stuff here. Okay. Let's go look at the matchup. Okay. Let's start with Quentin Johnson. So the Chargers today, the Chargers are playing the Jaguars. Very, very favorable matchup. Not that we really had to worry about Travis Hunter as a corner threat on his own. So that's not ever a problem. But this game could easily get out of hand where the Chargers just get a big lead early and they pretty much stop throwing deep. This could be a big Oronde Gadsden game, which I'm hoping it is. I really want to see that kid succeed. Actually, if y'all don't know, Mick here, he's the big Nick Lipper on Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you can see him and his biceps here gracing us with all his knowledge. He actually turned me on to Oronde Gadsden. On the film on that, he's like, hey, bro, you need to go watch this film on this kid. He's amazing. He's going to be something special. So I went and watched all the film on him that I could, and I came away surprised, man. Like I thought the kid has amazing athletic ability. He wasn't a big name coming out of the draft, but he produced a lot in college. And from what I saw, like, he's got good hands, he's got good body control. He's one of those like hybrid tight end wide receiver players that you want to depend on. So he's definitely a tight end premium. He's going to be a tight end premium stud in my eyes. So I think this could be a big game for Gadsden. For as far as QJ goes, they can get over top of the Jaguars defense. Okay. The Jaguars defense is very, very beatable. So looking at Cortland Sutton, okay, let's look at who the Broncos are playing. The Broncos are playing the Chiefs. Okay. So this could be a shootout with Cortland Sutton. Okay. So I want to lean Cortland Sutton here because of the matchup being so juicy. But I'm going to go Cortland Sutton Sorry, I was yelling a lot at my daughter's basketball game, so my throat hasn't really recovered yet. I'm going to go Cortland Sutton because I like the matchup against the Chiefs. I think that with that being a divisional game, they're going to keep it close. They're going to keep passing the ball. It's not like they're going to get down. So I'm going to go Cortland Sutton on that one. But let's look at so Davante Adams is expected to play today. Okay, so with Davante Adams, you're loving what you're seeing in LA, man. Matthew Stafford is still showing that he's got it. I mean, so much so, like he's one of the front runners for MVP. He had a little slow start to the season, but dude, he has really picked it up. And Davante Adams playing today is only going to help the Rams just dominate, and that's gonna be helpful in their passing game. Man, Achane has been stuffed at the goal line twice today. Like they met him and they have dominated Achane at the goal line. So Ollie Gordon's probably gonna get another touchdown right here, which is gonna piss off a lot of Achane fans. But Ollie Gordon, we knew, like all the real ones, like we knew Ollie Gordon was legit. So it's only it kind of sucks. I hate it when players that I like go to teams where they're not going to be the starter, but that's just the world we live in. So we got another question here. So Swift or Rashad White? So we know that Bucky Irving is out today. Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin are both out today. So with the Bucks playing the Bills are gonna try and keep the score up. The Bucks are playing really good. Baker Mayfield's probably playing some of the best football he's played in his career. So let's hold off on the Rashad White. Let's look at DeAndre Swift. All right. So looking at the Bears, they're playing the Vikings. They're in Minnesota, which is really nice because they're in a dome. You don't have to worry about the elements. It was snowing last week in Chicago. So usually like inclement weather is really good for running backs. But with the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy's looking really good with Justin Jefferson. Of course, that adds value to Jordan Addison. So the Vikings are firing also. Aaron Jones has come back looking really, really good. So the Vikings offense is going to be clicking. So they're going to be putting up points. The Bears defense, I don't think is very good. I know that you could probably argue with me on that, but I don't think their defense is very good. So that's why I think that their players are putting up good fantasy points, like Odunze and Caleb Williams. Like Caleb Williams is having to actually do a lot on his own. So for fantasy, Caleb Williams is good. I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams just in general, and that's okay. You can subscribe and join me in the comments, and we'll talk about it. But Caleb Williams has actually been doing pretty good for that. But as far as DeAndre Swift goes, I mean, he's only got 4 touchdowns on the season. I mean, he's barely broke 500 yards on the season, and we're way more than halfway. I don't like that. I kind of want him to have more carries. He only has 113 carries. But he's been doing pretty well for you. And so you can't really deny that. So if we're looking at damn, Dan Quinn is getting fired up over here, man. Gee whiz. All right. Got some pop-ups. But the thing with DeAndre Swift, though, is DeAndre Swift, man, he's putting up numbers, man. Other than the game that he missed where we saw Kyle Monangai, which, you know, I ate the L on that one, where he showed up. DeAndre Swift has actually been doing pretty good. But the problem is DeAndre Swift's not getting a lot of snap share here. DeAndre Swift is only getting about 50 to 60%. And he's supposed to be their RB1. I don't like that. He's not on the field a lot, which we just talked about. His carries at 113 are pretty low. All right. So not crazy about the low DeAndre Swift snap percentage, plus to boot, you got the carries. Now, Rashad White, hasn't put up as good of numbers, but that's because like he's not supposed to be the starter there, but he's got a higher snap count when he's playing though. I mean, he's in the 80, the 70, the 90 range, So I do like the upside of Rashad White, but DeAndre Swift has just been putting up numbers. So if we're looking at just head-to-head comparison, man, I think I want to go Rashad White, just because I think that's going to be a higher scoring game. But the problem is they're in New York. They're going to be in the cold. It's supposed to be cold, but not snowing. All right, so that's good. Haven't really seen reports about like high wind or anything like that, so that's good. But with wind and rain, makes it a running game, right? So, oh man. So as far as let's answer the question here, DeAndre Swift, Rashad White. Normally I would start DeAndre Swift. All right. So in the dome, I'm going to go ahead and stick with DeAndre Swift. I'm going to do that just because they're in the dome. They're playing a pretty high flying offense in the Vikings. The Bills and Bucks are probably going to keep it closer, meaning they're gonna pass the ball. The Bucks are. So I think Rashad White's probably going to get you about 10 points, maybe a touchdown today. But I think they're going to look more to Otten and Egbuka. And watch them get like 3 touchdowns on the ground. That's crazy. But hey, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But to answer your question, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start DeAndre Swift today. So Jackson Dart is out. Okay, Jackson Dart is out. So that means that if you're hurting, if maybe you were already flexing a quarterback, that means that you are looking elsewhere. So if you already were having to play Jackson Dart because maybe you lost Joe Burrow, somebody like that, then I don't know. I wouldn't go Jameis Winston. I'm not really touching this Giants offense at all. But on deep leagues, okay, I think Wan'Dale Robinson can be pretty good for you, and I think Theo Johnson can be pretty good for you in deep leagues, okay? Don't hear what I'm not saying, okay? If you need wide receiver help, if you're losing, like we talked about, the Saints and the Colts are on bye this week, okay? So that means you're missing Chris Olave as your wide receiver, okay? He's pretty much the only receiver in the Saints that you're going to have because they shipped Rashid Shaheed out. For the Colts, you got a lot of receiving options there, okay? You're missing out. You got Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., and Alec Pierce, who has stepped up in a major way, okay? So these are guys that you are looking at to make statements, and you don't have them this week, okay? So if you have to flex a wide receiver and you don't have a better option, Wan'Dale Robinson would be a good one, okay? So if you have to, okay, Wan'Dale Robinson plays like 95% to 100% of the time, okay? He's going to be on the field, okay? And that's what you want, is you want availability. So with that being said, I would go Wan'Dale Robinson this week against Green Bay, okay? They're going to be at home, okay? So you won't have to worry about anything crazy. They will have, because playing in Green Bay is tough. That's not easy. But it is supposed to be a little rainy. So that part is not going to be great. So be cautious of that. But if you have to, I think there's worse options out there for as far as go ahead and go with Wan'Dale Robinson, but be cautious of the weather. Okay. Jay Hendricks says Theo Johnson or Gadsden. Vegas got him last week. So I've already said earlier, go Aronde Gadsden. I think this is going to be a Gadsden kind of game. So with the Chargers, they're not going to be, the Jaguars aren't anything to be scared of. What the heck? Wow. Bro, kickers missing big field goals. This is crazy. All right, well, let's see if laces out, Dan. Who's he yelling at? It's Matt Gay. Matt Gay missed a whole bunch of field goals for the Colts. They signed him to a big deal and stuff, and he kept missing and kept missing and kept missing. Hey, shocker, he keeps missing even when he's playing for Washington. So, all right, so back to the question here was Aronde Gadsden, Theo Johnson. I'm going to go Aronde Gadsden on this because I think that this is going to be a very, very good game for that. The Jaguars will try and keep the score tight. They're getting Brenton Strange back, even though they don't have Brian Thomas Jr., okay, and they don't have Travis Hunter. But the Chargers aren't going to need to blow the top off this thing. I think once they get a good enough lead, they're just going to use smaller dink and duck stuff. So Kamani Vidal could be a massive start in this game, 100%. Let's see here. Franklin or Michael Wilson? I mean, Franklin, easy for me. Troy Franklin has been one of the biggest waiver wire ads for us on this show. He's just, God, the kid's just really good. I don't know how else to put it. Troy Franklin's just really good, and they're liking him. They're using him well. This is going to be a shootout with the Chiefs, so go ahead and get Troy Franklin. Go ahead and do that, Jay. Mick said, "Okay, here's a trade. All right, so received Jalen Hurts. I don't. Does he say super flex? Is this Mick? Is this super flex or is this just standard PPR? So receive Jalen Hurts, Michael Pittman for a late 26 first, okay, late 27 first, 2 seconds, and Trevor Lawrence. I'm in first place and needed a steady wide receiver. Lamar is my other QB. So this is probably a super flex. A lot of quarterback talk here. So needed a steady wide receiver. I think you got that in Michael Pittman. Okay, Mick says it's super flex. Okay. Receive Jalen Hurts. That's good. And T-Law. Wait, received Hurts, Pittman. Okay, that's good. So you got Trevor Lawrence and you got Jalen Hurts. In Superflex, that's good. I believe in Trevor Lawrence. I've gone on the Third and Teal show. Our guys over at Third and Teal on YouTube. They are our see, I would do this. The guys over at Third and Teal talking Jaguars football. They're talking about Trevor Lawrence. I think he's a good quarterback. So to get Trevor Lawrence pretty much as a throw in here. So you got Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. I like Trevor Lawrence to pair up with Lamar Jackson. And then you got Michael Pittman Jr. So if you need the wide receiver was your main goal, you accomplish that. And then received Hurts and Pittman. Oh, okay, I'm missing that. Received Hurts and Pittman. So 2 first, 2 seconds, and T-Law. I don't hate that because Jalen Hurts gets you red zone options there. He's going to get you the touchdowns. 2 first for Hurts, that's about right. And then you got Pittman. I like that trade. And you got Lamar as your other one. So you got Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. I like that. Both these guys have standalone red zone value. I like this trade a lot, actually. So because in Superflex, you're not going to be able to get a Trevor Lawrence type. You know, we saw him coming out. You know, he was a first round guy, undoubtedly. Jalen Hurts, you actually did get Jalen Hurts in the second round out in 1 QB leagues, but in Superflex, no. I like this a lot, actually. I don't know. What do you think, Slayton? Welcome to the show, buddy.
What's up? No, I would much rather have Jalen Hurts and Pittman over what you're going to get with Trevor. Trevor Lawrence has been fucking dog shit. I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's been horrible this season. The whole offense has been abysmal. But to have 2 hammers that have goal line between Hurts and Lamar can really flip a league upside down. Whenever you're doing a super flex, you're talking, 30 25 to 30 points between the two of them on any given week. So you're starting at an advantage with 50 to 60 points on that week. So with that being said, and you're getting that wide receiver that you're desperately needing, like, yeah, I would be wheeling up on that.
For sure, for sure. Mellow Mike says Trevor Lawrence is cooked. I'd trade him for a dryer lint.
Dead serious.
I like Trevor Lawrence, man. If I can give up a second in a super flex league and get Trevor Lawrence, I'm doing that all day, bro. I like Trevor Lawrence. I do. I mean, convict me, subscribe and tell me how dumb I am in the comments. That's fine. I'll take that. I like Trevor Lawrence. Actually, Jay Hendricks knows. Him and I have had conversations about that. All right, so Mellow Mike also says I'm dropping my money on my south of the border churrasco chili. Always money. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Mike. This is Game Day roster questions, not live now. Hey, shut up. I do what I want. This is my show, baby. Come on. But, bro, I'm not just gonna give you advice and tell you my thoughts, tell you what I think without telling you why I think that. So you can go if you want just somebody to say, well, start this person because I said so. Like, but why? I want to know why. All right, Mellow Mike. BTJ has been missing since week 1. Pretty much, yeah. His hands have been on vacation. His hands are still in the offseason. Hunter never got going. That's true. Best receiver in Jacksonville is Myers and Washington. I mean, right now you're not wrong, especially with BTJ being out. So, but what's weird about Brian Thomas Jr. is he practiced all week. I don't understand that. He practiced all week, but then all of a sudden, boom, he's out. So go ahead and, man, Parker Washington. I don't know. I'm not really invested in this. I think Brenton Strange, with him being back, Brenton Strange is gonna have a day. So we'll see how that goes. But all right, next question. Oh, wait, hold on. Mellow Mike clarified something for us. All right, he said churrasco steak is South American style and thrown into my chili. Oh, okay. Now I get what you're saying. Gotcha. I mean, hey, it's getting cold outside in a lot of places in the country, so it is chilly weather. So I love me a good chili. Now, hey, chili with beans or chili no beans? What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments. Chili with beans, chili with no beans.
Beans, 100%.
So Slayton says chili with beans. All right. I like either way. I like chili with beans. I like chili without beans. I mean, I could go either way. I think the beans add another texture to it, other than just like meat, right? So Keon Coleman. All right, Keon Coleman is out today. So what does that mean for our Bills pass catchers? Are we looking at Dawson Knox, who hopefully you went and picked up in Superflex leagues? I mean, not Superflex, tight end premium leagues, or if you just need a spot start. Okay, so with Dalton Kincaid being out, and then obviously Khalil Shakir is already on teams. Okay, Khalil Shakir should be on teams already. That shouldn't be a problem. But I like Dawson Knox this week because Dawson Knox has always, for some reason, been a thing. Even when they drafted Dalton Kincaid, it was like, why are you still feeding Dalton Knox? And you just Dalton Kincaid is the man. Like, he was awesome coming out of college. Hopefully that wasn't just like a college guy doing really awesome, and then now he's just like a middling tight end in the NFL. I don't know, man. What do you think about Dawson Knox?
I have a love-hate relationship with Dawson Knox. It seems like every time that I put him into a lineup, he does dog shit for me. But whenever I sit him on a bench, he does halfway decent. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be just a nice morale guy to have on your bench there. A good locker room for the team there. But, I mean, he's all right. I'm not in love with him by any means. You know, I think that he's kind of a middle of the pack tight end when he's by himself, and when he was before the Dalton days. So, I mean, I think he'll be serviceable. as like a spot start or like a shaky flex, but it's not something that I am like head over heels after today.
Yeah, I mean, against the Buccaneers, this is going to be something to really keep your eye on. I think this is going to be a close game. This could be really good for Dawson Knox, I think. We saw when Dawson Knox was the only guy in 21, 22. That's when he really made a name for himself. I mean, he was pretty consistent for you. So, not consistent enough for me as a starter, flexing games. With Dalton Kincaid, he's not consistent 100%. When you've got two good tight end options there, I agree with you totally.
But much offense that is consistent, other than James Cook and Josh Allen, like there's no pass. Well, I take that back. Khalil Shakir, you can almost schedule for about 10 points a week in fantasy, but everything else on that offense, like it is very hit or miss, very boom or bust. Like you never know what you're getting from any of these guys, and like it's just a weird way that they spread out the ball there. So it's just kind of like a gamble on a gamble, if you will.
Yeah, so neither one of these guys, like you talk about, the Bills' offense is very weird. So trusting Khalil Shakir and Dawson Knox, they're not on the field, like not even like 70% of the time, either one of them. So the Bills definitely like to rotate players a lot, which sucks because at any point that offense, within 50 yards could go for a score. We see James Cook do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to trust the Bills outside of Josh Allen and James Cook, man. Let's see here. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody here. All right, so Dustin Wells, welcome, Dustin. What's up, fellas? Pick one flex, full PPR, Dalton Schultz, Michael Wilson, and Kareem Hunt or Keenan. Oh, Keenan.
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson. Okay. So in a flex, full PPR. I'm not going to go Dalton Schultz on that. Maybe in a tight end premium, but with I don't know. Not going to go Dalton Schultz. Michael Wilson or Keenan Allen. So the problem with the Chargers, man, problem with Keenan is we love Keenan on here, especially Slayton, man.
What you're looking for as far as like a floor or upside, you want to go Michael Wilson without a doubt. On floor, you're probably going to want to throw Keenan in. If you're looking for a safe play, that would be the safe play. But if you're looking for upside swing, Michael Wilson's what you want to put it.
Especially with Jacoby Brissett starting.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett is just so much better of a quarterback than Kyler Murray is. Like he can pass the ball so much better for you. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and say Michael Wilson on this one, Dustin. Thank you for if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and enter your chance for a way to get a free jersey at Kingmaker Sports. Though the thing is, you have to be a subscriber at Kingmaker Sports on YouTube. So go ahead and knock that out, brother. Thank you for the question. Mellow Mike's got another one. Allen and Cook are the offense. He is correct. They are the offense. That's no joke there. Let's see here. All right, so we talked about Devontae Adams is going to play. All right, which you know that being a Rams fan, you keep an eye on that. So I'm sure you're very, very happy about that. We talked about Matthew Stafford. How he has become an MVP front runner almost. I know that Drake May is in that conversation. I think Jonathan Taylor should be in that conversation for what he's done with that team. This is actually a pretty exciting year for MVP. I can't remember in the past couple of years where we've had such a good group of MVP candidates, and then Rookie of the Year. Dude, Rookie of the Year is going to be interesting. Like, I feel like right now it's either Emeka Egbuka or Tyler Warren. I know the argument could be made for Jackson Dart, but I feel like these awards also come with team success as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you affected your team's success? And sadly enough, it's not Jackson Dart's fault. It's the Giants are just horrible. But with that being said, let's move on. Drake London will play today against the Panthers. They are going to be in Atlanta. If Drake London plays, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and fire him up. I want to say it was an illness, if I remember correctly. So it wasn't like an actual injury. He was just like sick. Maybe he had a little stomach bug or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and fire up Drake London. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd fire him up. I mean, you drafted him high that you almost have to. So it's still one of those things. You fire up your guys. At the end of the day, you want to start the guys that you drafted highly because that's who's your guy that you're trying to get the most points out of.
Yeah.
With him, he has been outstanding the last couple of weeks. Like he's been rock solid for you. So I don't see any reason why not to. Granted, he might be a little bit fatigued today, but I think he'll make it through. He's a professional.
Well, and the thing is with these pros and stuff, these pro programs, they've got. I mean, they'll throw an IV in you and give you a bag full of vitamins and stuff and get you feeling good. So,
right now that they party and they do that, they have people that'll come to your house and put an IV in your arm because you have a hang. Right? It's a mobile service where I live.
Yeah, no, that's the thing here too. Which I told my daughter she wants to be a nurse. She's only 13 now, but she said she wants to be a nurse. I was like, man, you get that nursing degree and like you can be mobile, do stuff like that. I was telling her about that. She's like, man, that's cool. So that is a really cool thing to have out there. So we got a question from SMU Nation. All right, what's up? All right, start two. Keenan Allen, Jamison Williams, or DK Metcalf? So we talked about Keenan Allen. He's got a crowded room today. Where in a favorable matchup, Keenan Allen, man, so dependable. And then which they're playing the Jaguars, and then Jamison Williams and the Lions. The Lions are traveling to Philadelphia playing the Eagles. That could be a shootout, but DK Metcalf, he's the only target in Pittsburgh. The only target worth a damn. The Steelers are playing the Bengals in Pittsburgh. Really crappy defense.
Is that one of the games that has like real nasty wind?
It doesn't. It just shows it's going to be cold. There's no wind. I'm not seeing any wind advisory here.
One game, I can't remember what it was, but it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And I was like, oh, no. But yeah, my two there would be Keenan Allen and DK. I like J-Mo, don't get me wrong, but he's very boomer bust dependent. If you're looking for solid starts, it's going to be Keenan Allen and DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I agree. It's not worth chasing the Jamison Williams boom or bust. So, what Mellow Mike say? I would like London if the QB position were more consistent. Maybe Penix becomes that in a year or two. I mean, I believe in Penix. I mean, I'd give up a second in Superflex leagues for Penix just because I think his future is going to be very bright. Yeah, of course, this is a dynasty thing, not, obviously not redraft, but yeah, London's not bad. Mellow Mike says Metcalf, Bengals defense is hot garbage. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, Bengals defense is very, very bad and has been. All right, so Isaiah Pacheco, he's out for today. How are we feeling about Kareem Hunt, Rashard Smith?
I am not. They're playing
Denver.
Denver, yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good on starting either of those dudes.
I feel like Patrick Mahomes is just going to air it out today.
He's going to have to. Rashid Rice to the moon, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Patrick Mahomes wasn't – well, you weren't feeling great about him at the beginning of the year, but
now that he's got him back, like I'm in for Pat. But at the beginning of the season, after Rashid went out, like that offense looked horrible. Exactly what we were expecting whenever that all the pieces fell apart, and you're like, oh, okay, what are we doing now? And now that he's got his slot receiver back, somebody that can control the field, they've been wheels up. So I'm very excited to see this game. I think
yeah, for sure. Then the Broncos defense is really good too. So even more so that you're going to have to pass the ball. Next, we got Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin are out. Okay, both of these guys. So with both of them being out, we're going to have to adjust. We already fielded a Rashad White question this morning. I don't know, Rashad White. Flex appeal on that? Does he have flex value? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Especially against the Bills. I mean, the Buccaneers are a good offense. I don't think this is going to be a problem there for those guys. SMU Nation with another one. Thank you. All right. SMU Nation, actually, hey, just heads up. Go ahead. If you subscribe at Kingmaker Sports on YouTube, you'll be entered to win a free jersey once we get to 200 subscribers. I think last time I checked, we were at like 113, 114, something like that. So, Brissett, Lamar Jackson, or Bo Nix? Woo-wee. Lamar definitely has the upside, for sure.
Lamar has the highest upside, and he has the most rushing ability of the two.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scratch off Brissett, and if I think it should just be Lamar versus Bo, but I'm going to go with the former MVP, Lamar Jackson. Yeah. I feel like he's got the best chance to get you the most points. So SMU Nation, we're both actually saying go Lamar Jackson on this one. So, and you should have a very, very fruitful day on that. But all right, next. So Garrett Wilson landing on IR. Okay, we saw how the Jets looked on Thursday, or the lack of. The Jets are just so bad. So, what are we doing with our players, man? Like,
I'm sitting them with waivers, dude. That's what I'm doing. What are we talking?
I mean, it sucks because like Breece Hall, you're like, oh, Breece Hall. He's like, you want to hold on so tight to Breece Hall, but then he puts up 58 yards on you. That's it.
Yeah, and then doesn't get traded. The fuck is this?
You trade all the other people, and you don't trade the one guy who says, I want to leave. So I don't know what's going on here. Like, in a league, after all that stuff happened on trade deadline, in a league, I was holding Braylon Allen on my IR spot because it's free. You know, why not? I instantly dropped him. I'm like, I'm out on the Jets. I don't want anything to do with this. Justin Fields is so bad.
He's looked horrible. He has looked horrible.
He almost failed to go over 100 yards passing again. I mean, what the heck? So if there's a bet line out there, a money line out there that's Justin Fields like under 150 yards passing, like I think I'm going to throw money at that.
Yeah, because
it almost seems like money to me.
It's almost like Geno with interceptions.
I mean, yeah, it's guaranteed. It's money, baby. But yeah, I mean, Justin Fields he's vulturing Breece Hall too. Dude took his touchdown. Taking his carries, like, come on, I'm out on the Jets. So as far as Garrett Wilson goes, let's flip the dynasty. Does Garrett Wilson, is he still an elite wide receiver as long as he's with the Jets? I mean, how are we valuing Justin Wilson or Garrett Wilson?
I'm good, dude. It's just too much of a headache. Like it's way too much of a headache to worry about. And to at this point, what I would be doing is trying to sell them for whatever I can get out of them.
Yeah. You know? Kyron or Rashad White PPR? Kyron,
without a doubt.
Oh, Mick Lipper over here talking crap, bro. So the Kingmaker Sports, we have a invitational league. It's the very first one. It's so this week it's Slayton versus Mick Lipper.
It's the only league I'm not have a positive record in. It's really weird, breaking my heart.
Yeah, I got one league. I've got so many injuries in it, where it's like, all right, I think I've got like 2 wins in that league. It's the only league where I'm just not doing well at all. So it's I kind of took the L on it already. Should I flex Charbonnet or DJ Moore?
DJ, without a doubt in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You got to go DJ Moore on this one. No matter how I feel about the player, I think his opportunity is a lot better than Charbonnet.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. And what's this here? Aaron Glenn also said he is evaluating every position, even QB1. He should be. He should be
evaluating the entire fucking staff.
Yeah.
And him, maybe even ownership. Just sell them to London.
It's Woody Johnson. He's the Jets owner, right?
Yeah, whoever.
Is that Woody Johnson? Okay.
I don't care who he is.
They should have put his ass on the trade block.
Yeah, hey, move them to London or something.
Bro, yeah. It's like, all right, hey, look, we can't afford two bad teams in New York City, okay? Which they don't even play in New York City. They're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So you might as well call them the Jersey Jets or something, but or the Jersey Giants, which is weird because it sounds good both ways. But bro, like one of you have to go. One of you got to go because you just suck too much for New York City. A major market, got two teams, and they both suck. At least in LA, they got two good teams. Huh?
I think they both need to play each other, and loser has to go somewhere.
Bro. Yes.
Forget an all-star game. Let's do this year. You know?
Yeah. Like best on best. Giants versus Jets. Loser leaves town.
Yeah, loser moves to London.
It'd be the London Losers.
Wild.
What did he say? He said he let his son make decisions based off Madden ratings. Woody is senile. Yep.
It's craziness, dude. Like, what are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. SMU Nation, one more question. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. We love the questions. Keep them coming in. Harold Fannin Jr., who we really like, or Travis Kelce. And I subbed. Thank you. Hopefully you win that jersey. We will be announcing it here live on a Tuesday show, the following Tuesday show after we hit 200 subs. Harold Fannin Jr., Travis Kelce. I'm going Travis Kelce, man. What do you think?
What is the weather going to be? I think that game, the Cleveland game, that's going to have nasty weather.
The Cleveland game. So, well, for the Chiefs Broncos, it's going to be great weather. 68 degrees, just slightly cloudy. So that weather is going to be really good. But I don't think that's ever really affected Travis Kelce. The one in Cleveland is 43 degrees, and it's not rainy. It's not going to be snowy or anything like that. The weather there in Cleveland's going to be okay. So it's just colder in Cleveland. That's the only difference.
Okay. Yeah. I would probably lean Kelce on this one just because I think it's going to be a higher pace game when it boils down to it. I think there's going to be a lot more points scored. And I believe the over-under is much higher on the Chiefs-Broncos game than it is for the Cleveland game as far as total points. So there seems to be more opportunities for scoring to be had there. And plus, he's not going to be receiving any of the primetime coverage. So I think Rashid Rice is going to take a lot of that coverage from Surtain and whoever else that they have there. And then they have to worry about Worthy. So I think it definitely is going to be a pretty good game for Travis.
Yeah, for sure. Go Travis Kelce on that, SMU Nation. And thank you for the sub. We appreciate that. We'll get you entered in to win that free jersey once we hit 200. So everybody who's watching, we got you all fixed up, ready for your games. We got kickoff here in about, I think 30 seconds. No, right now, actually. So hopefully this helps everybody out. We love all the questions. Don't ever apologize, SMU Nation. We appreciate it. We will see everybody again here Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, taking roster questions, talking waiver wires, more trade targets, more and more trade targets. We got trade deadlines coming up. Week 12 is normally it. So come back on Tuesday night, and we'll talk about trade targets and any waiver questions that you may have. Again, before you head out, go on to youtube.com, hit @Kingmaker Sports. Go ahead and subscribe for your chance to win that free jersey. We appreciate everybody for coming in, all the questions, great questions. and we will see everybody again on Tuesday night. For Slayton, Mick Lipper, and myself, we will see you, and good luck.
Hey,
what's up?
Get your Geno bets in.
Get them Geno bets, baby. Later.
Later.